Lumet was a master at it, because he would have an I mean, your day was 8 hours plus an hour for lunch. During lunch, Sidney would go to sleep. He would take a nap, have a small sandwich or something, and just go right to sleep. Take a nap, come back, ready to go in the afternoon, and he would finish his days in 8-9 hours and never lose a day. Almost on every one of his projects, he gained a day by the end of the shoot. So he was as efficient a director as you could imagine. I mean, I worked with him on Network. He literally knew exactly what he wanted all the time. When you went into a new situation, a new set, which he had seen, of course, beforehand, he knew what it was. He would know where he wanted the camera, what lens he wanted on it, where he wanted the actors, and he was just extraordinarily able to put it all together very quickly and very efficiently, and didn't use a ton of takes. I mean, he would, after 2-3 takes, he had it, and he knew it. I mean, once he felt the actors had done what he wanted, he had it. And as a result, he would, from the studio standpoint, he was a very efficient director. He was very good with actors, so he liked talking to actors and kind of dealing with their own neuroses and feelings and whatever it was. He would help them to get to the characters that he wanted. Many cases, if the actor knew and was really solidly into the character, he didn't have to say very much, and he didn't. He just let them do what they did. But it was scripted. He didn't ad-lib. Everything was pretty much the way.
Patty Chayefsky.
Yeah, no, he was working, and Patty Chayefsky was always there. Interestingly, Patty only did about 3 movies, but when he did Network, Patty was always on the set, making sure that the actors said his words and not any other words. So he was like the guardian of the book. He wanted to make sure that the book was exactly the way it was supposed to be, which is very, very unusual in my career with writers. Writers don't usually have that kind of power in film. They do in theater, but they definitely don't in film.
In Network, the credit even said, like, Network, the title of the movie came on screen, and under it said by Patty Chayefsky, which is rare for a movie to have that.
No, it's very rare.
It's
very rare, and he was extremely careful to make sure that the director did what he said he was going to do, and that the actors did what they said he was going to do. The joke with all of us who were on the crew with Patty was that if you wanted to find Patty Chayefsky on the set, you would just look to see where the lens was. It was usually right in the middle of his back. He'd be sitting right in front of the lens, and someone would have to say, no, Patty, we're trying to shoot. You got to move over here. They would just move, but he always found the best spot. He knew that that's where the best angle was, and you'd say, oh, yeah, that's great, but that's where the camera has to be, so he would move over. I mean, it was just kind of a thing that we all kind of got to know about him. But his relationship with Sidney Lumet was terrific. He trusted Sidney. Sidney was very, very respectful of him always. So he always, if he had a question about a line that the actor had, he would always make sure that he asked Patty to make sure that if the actor said, it's hard for me to say that, could I say this? Patty would have to approve it. Yeah. Again, that's unique. I mean, I had never seen that with any other director that I work with.